The bleeding lover. Beloved, please don't be the reason why a loved one is bleeding. Rather, be the healing they remember, not the wound they carry. Be the one who speaks life, not the one who drains it. Be the arms that cover, not the hands that cut. Be the safe space in a world already full of storms. The heart doesn't bleed because it's weak. It bleeds because it dared to love deeply. Some wounds are invisible, carried not on the skin, but deep in the soul. The bleeding lover is the one who gives without keeping score, sacrifices without expectation, and loves without armor. But when that love is mishandled, ignored, or betrayed, the pain runs silently, like a river beneath the surface. It pains when you give out love and receive injury. It pains when you pour out love but receive betrayal from the family and friends who ought to love you. It pains when you sow seeds of sacrifice and love and reap hatred, false accusations, and rejection. It pains when you cover someone's shame, but they uncover yours. It pains when you pray them through a storm, and they forget you in your flood. It pains when you lend your strength, but they mock your weakness. It pains when you defend them in their absence, but they destroy you in yours. It pains when you hold on in love, while they let go without care. It pains when your honesty is labeled manipulation. It pains when your love is tested, and theirs was only a performance. It pains when you remain loyal to those who left you for convenience. It pains when you give your best years to someone who was never planning to stay. It pains when the one you celebrated becomes your silent competitor. It pains when you stay up late to help someone who disappears when you need help. It pains when you're misunderstood by those you protected. It pains when you keep forgiving, but they keep forgetting your worth. It pains when your peace is disrupted by the very ones you built peace for. It pains when they remember your flaws, but forget your faithfulness. It pains when you're expected to keep being strong for those who never ask if you're okay. It pains when your compassion is seen as weakness. It pains when you show up every time for people who disappear when your name is mentioned. It pains when you stay, they stray, and yet blame you for the distance. It pains when you love deeply, but they only loved when it was easy. To the bleeding lover, your love was not a waste, it was a witness. It speaks of your capacity to reflect the heart of God, even when it costs you deeply. Let this pain birth purpose. Let it lead you into the arms of the one who never wounds with his love. You may be bleeding now, but you will not bleed forever. God binds up the brokenhearted and heals the soul that has been trampled by betrayal. Psalm chapter 147 verse 3. Your tears are not forgotten. Your love will be rewarded. One day, someone will honor what others mishandled. Until then, keep your heart soft, your spirit clean, and your love rooted in God. You're not weak for loving, you're rare. And heaven is close to those who bleed in love. To those causing others to bleed, beloved, please don't be the reason someone is bleeding beyond words. Please don't be the trigger behind someone's pain. You may never see the wound, but that doesn't mean it didn't bleed. Love was never meant to leave someone limping. It wasn't designed to leave people confused, bruised, or begging for the very care they give so freely. If your words bruise, if your silence wounds, if your presence brings fear instead of peace, then it's time to pause, reflect, repent, and change. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4 to 5. Real love does not tear down, it builds. It does not betray, it protects. It doesn't mock scars, it helps heal them. It doesn't gaslight pain, it honors it with gentleness. Be the one who covers, not the one who exposes. Be the one who listens, not the one who silences. Be the one who brings calm, not confusion. Be the reason someone dares to trust again, not the reason they shut love out. Because the deepest wounds are often inflicted, not by strangers, but by those we once believed were safe. So please, don't be the bleeding in someone's story. Be the balm, be the break in the cycle. Be the reflection of Christ's love, gentle, sacrificial, and true. Let your love be the reason they bloom, not the reason they bleed.